Disclaimer. The names and details of some individuals have been changed to respect their privacy. The following stories contain content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Please take a moment to decide if you wish to continue. If you enjoy chilling tales, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Storytime tales. Now, let's get started. These are two accounts of ordinary days turned extraordinary, where the line between relaxation and peril was crossed in an instant. Let these stories remind us all of the fragile balance between adventure and caution. Labor Day. For most, it's the last real taste of summer, a final chance to relax before life gets serious again. We picture family gatherings, crowded beaches, and the sweet, lazy end of a season. But sometimes, the places we go to unwind hide dangers we never see coming. The holiday can leave behind more than just good memories. Sometimes it leaves a story that chills you to the bone. These aren't ghost stories. They're about real people, real places, and real events that went terribly wrong. They start with a simple plan, a trip to the lake, a hike in the mountains. But a small choice or hidden danger can change everything. The day meant for joy becomes a nightmare, a cautionary tale whispered for years. We're going to look at two such stories, two Labor Day weekends that turned celebration into tragedy. The first, a family outing at a popular lake, becomes a desperate search. The second, a solo hiker vanishes on a beautiful mountain trail, leaving only questions. These stories peel back the illusion of safety we wrap around our holidays. As we dive in, imagine the sun on your face, laughter in the air, then the subtle shift when something feels off. These are not just tales of loss, but of the chilling silence that follows when a day of joy is stolen away. Let's begin with our first story, set on the shimmering, deceptive waters of a man-made lake with a dark history. Our first story takes us to Georgia's Lake Lanier, a massive reservoir packed with families on Labor Day weekend. The Miller family, Tom, Sarah, and their kids Emily and Jake, rented a pontoon boat for a perfect day. They found a quiet cove, dropped anchor, and watched the kids laugh and play in the water. But beneath Lake Lanier's calm surface lies a flooded town, complete with roads, houses, and a cemetery. Locals whisper about strange currents and an unsettling feeling in the water. The Millers weren't thinking about old stories. They were just enjoying their holiday. As the afternoon wore on, the kids floated on their tubes, drifting a little from the boat. Tom turned away for just a moment to grab a soda. When he looked back, everything had changed. Jake was paddling nervously toward the boat. Emily's tube was empty, bobbing on the water. The laughter was gone, replaced by a chilling silence. Panic set in as Tom and Sarah realized Emily had vanished. The perfect day had unraveled in seconds. Tom dove into the water, searching desperately where Emily's tube floated. The water was murky, visibility poor. He couldn't see more than a few feet ahead. Sarah called 911, her voice trembling as she tried to explain their location. Other boaters joined the search, diving in, scanning the area. But the lake offered no clues, no splash, no cry for help. It was as if Emily had simply vanished. The sun, once warm and friendly, now cast long, cold shadows across the water. The hope that fueled their frantic search faded, replaced by dread. The arrival of the dive team made it official. This was no longer a missing child, but a recovery mission. Sonar revealed the eerie, submerged landscape below, old trees, remnants of farmhouses, debris. The search continued into the night, the lake silent and unyielding. The Miller family sat on their boat, wrapped in blankets, staring at the dark water that had swallowed their daughter. The day that began with laughter ended in unimaginable loss. Lake Lanier's beauty had hidden a deadly secret. The tragedy was just beginning to unfold. The search for Emily stretched on for days, long after the holiday crowds left. Divers reported unpredictable currents and a lake bed littered with debris from the submerged town. On the third day, sonar revealed something unusual beneath the Miller's Cove. The remains of an old wooden dock from Oscarville. Its rotted posts and tangled debris formed a hidden trap just below the surface. The theory, Emily was pulled under by a current and became entangled, trapped just feet from her family. The randomness of anchoring in that exact spot was horrifying. Emily's body was eventually recovered near the submerged dock, confirming the divers' fears. The lake that promised fun had claimed another victim. The story became a local legend, a warning that some places are never as safe as they seem. The tragedy of Emily Miller is a stark reminder of hidden dangers in even the most idyllic settings. The family did everything right: life vests, supervision, a quiet cove, yet none of it mattered against an unseen hazard. Lake Lanier's submerged town is not just history, it's a physical presence shaping the lake's dangers. The water's surface looked calm, but beneath, currents and debris created a fatal trap. Emily's story is not unique. Lake Lanier has a long, tragic history of drownings. The silence of her disappearance is what haunts most. One moment, laughter; the next, she was gone. The Miller family's perfect day was shattered in seconds by a quiet, unseen force. This story forces us to look beneath the surface of water and of the places we visit. Now let's move from the water to the mountains for another Labor Day that went horribly wrong. Our second story takes us to Mount Baldy, the highest peak in Southern California's San Gabriel Mountains. On Labor Day weekend, Sam, a fit, experienced hiker, set out alone for the summit. He told his roommate his route, packed essentials, and texted a photo from the trailhead. "See you this evening." It was the last anyone heard from him. Mount Baldy is beautiful but deceptive. Steep trails, sudden weather changes, and treacherous drop-offs. Sam was one of many hikers that day, but at some point he left the main path. No one knows why, maybe a shortcut, maybe a wrong turn. By nightfall, Sam hadn't returned. His roommate called authorities. Search and rescue teams launched a massive operation. Helicopters, volunteers, dogs. They found Sam's car at the trailhead, but no trace of him on the mountain. No footprints, no gear, nothing. The mountain was silent, holding its secrets. Days turned into a week, hope faded. Sam's story became a cautionary tale for hikers. The wilderness is always in charge. The long weekend ended, but the search for answers had just begun. The search for Sam was exhaustive. Multiple agencies, volunteers, canine units. Interviews with hikers revealed nothing unusual. Sam had simply vanished. Mount Baldy's canyons and ridges can hide a person completely. The last ping from Sam's phone was near the summit, then silence. Searchers focused on dangerous slopes, but found nothing. As the official search ended, Sam's family and friends kept looking, posting flyers and combing the mountain for months. His smiling face became a haunting presence at the trailhead. The story spread among hikers, a reminder that even the best prepared can disappear. The mountain remained indifferent, swallowing all clues. The wilderness had claimed another, leaving only questions. The mystery deepened as time passed. Months turned to years. Sam's family never gave up hope. Occasionally, remains found in the mountains brought fleeting hope, but none were Sam's. Nearly 2 years later, hikers in a remote canyon found a boot, a backpack fragment, and car keys. Authorities recovered human remains. Dental records confirmed it was Sam. The spot was miles from his planned route, in a treacherous, rarely visited canyon. Evidence suggested a fatal fall from a high cliff, but why he went there remains a mystery. The discovery brought closure, but not answers. Sam's final moments are known only to the silent mountain. Two stories, one from the water, one from the mountains, share a chilling thread. Both began as perfect holiday outings, ending in tragedy. They remind us that beauty can hide real-world dangers. A submerged dock, a hidden cliff, these are not monsters but hazards that can turn celebration into nightmare. Safety is often an illusion, shattered in a single moment. The stories of Emily and Sam urge us to respect the places we visit, to be aware and prepared. The silence of their disappearances is what lingers, the unknown, the unanswered questions. These tales become local lore, whispered warnings for future generations. Next time you're out on a long weekend, remember every place has a history and a power of its own. Be prepared, be aware, and be safe. The world doesn't stop being dangerous just because we have the day off.